Hi, my name is Caleb, and welcome to my channel, The Trusted Advocate. And so today I'm going to be talking about my own personal story as to why I became a trusted advocate. And so I'm going to try to get through this. It all started, I guess, back when I was born and raised in a small city in Virginia, Newport News, Virginia, to a single mother. I was the youngest of 9. Yeah, I know they don't have families that big anymore, but I was the youngest of 9, and I was very, very close to my mother. And so all throughout life, kind of had a normal upbringing, just hanging out with siblings, playing with friends, things of that nature. But then if you fast forward to about high school, 10th grade high school, didn't really have any structure or any restrictions or anything of that nature. I remember I was out, I'm about 15 at the time, and I'm out with a girlfriend of mine at the time, and we stayed out until about midnight, maybe even 1 o'clock, and I'm coming back home to my mom's house. And so I come inside the home and I just see everything in the house just boxed up as if we were moving. And so it took me by surprise because I wasn't aware that we were moving or anything of that nature. So I go to my room and I sit on the bed, and I'm just in shock. I'm just in awe as trying to figure out what is going on in my house, right? Because I wasn't aware that we were moving. Probably about 5 minutes later, my mom walks in the room and she tells me to begin to pack up all of my belongings because she's moving. And it kind of hit me, and I just sat there for a minute, and I thought, I'm not the best with, semantics or anything by any stretch of the imagination. But when she came to the room, she told me that she was moving, and it kind of led me to start thinking, well, what does that leave me? Because I'm assuming that I'm not coming. And so she said that she was moving and that I wasn't going to be coming along with her. So I was like, okay. And at that point, as you can imagine, a teenager just shocked and confused and feeling fearful and abandoned and things of that nature. All of those emotions kind of just came over me as to what would make somebody do that to their child. So in my wisdom and quest to try to figure out what was going on, I reached out to a friend of mine to stay the night there because I just couldn't kind of handle the situation at the time. So my friend comes to pick me up, me and my brother, and we go stay at his house for the night. And so we come back the next day to try to, figure out what's going on. And I get back to the house, and the house is like completely empty, right? Nobody's there. Our stuff is still there. So I just grab some trash bags and fill them up as much as I can to kind of just make sure I have some clothes to wear, right? So we go back to my friend's house, and we are essentially homeless at this point. So stay there a few nights, and then I ended up moving in with one of my sisters in Maryland. And so we come to Maryland, and I ended up graduating high school from there. And then fast forward to college, and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to major in college for like the first couple of years. And I ended up going to the Career Center. And I remember one of the career advocates saying that psychology was the major that helps you kind of understand what makes people do what they do, which is what I was looking for, right? The situation I was trying to figure out what would make a mother just up and leave her children. I mean, I have my own kids. I have 2 kids of my own, and I couldn't imagine just leaving them. You know what I mean? So it baffled me. So on my quest to kind of figure out why any of this was happening, I decided to take on that major. And then after a few years and kind of graduating, I wanted to dedicate myself to helping other people that might be having struggles of their own, maybe, homelessness, maybe they don't have a mother or a father that they can depend on to kind of have their best interests in mind. And so that's why I kind of dedicated my life to being a trusted advocate, because I don't want anybody to feel the fear, the pain, the rejection, the abandonment, the hurt, the betrayal that I felt when my mom left me. So that's how I ended up getting into the case management, or like I like to phrase it, the trusted advocate, right? So I wanted to advocate for other people and ensure that they get the help and support and live the quality lives that they want to live. And that's something I wanted to dedicate my life to. And I just want to say this out there to anybody that's listening right now. You have a why, and you want to kind of identify what that is, what motivates you, what drives you, what keeps you coming back in the morning. And for me, my why is that night when I came home and feeling forgotten, lost, just abandoned by the one person you never thought would do that to you. So that is what drives me, because like I said, I have my own kids. I would never do that to them, and I would never want anybody else to feel like I felt. So I've dedicated my life to advocating for others. Doesn't have to be in many different capacities. You can be a trusted advocate in many different industries, financial industry, teaching, but for me specifically, in this instance, is case management. So I've dedicated my life to advocating for people, helping them become the best version of themselves. And so that's why I want to challenge you guys right now to search and find out what your why is, what drives you. And so to kind of, if you're listening, if you made it this far in the video, kudos to you. And so for you guys that's made it this far, I want to mention a survey that I created. It's called the Case Management Suitability Survey. So if you don't know what you want to do, this is a good place to start. Take the survey. It's a free survey. It doesn't cost you anything. The link is going to be in the description. And what it's going to do is going to help you identify if case management is the right industry for you, if you're qualified to be a trusted advocate. So it's a free survey. It takes about 2 minutes. I would encourage you to take it if you don't know, if you don't have any direction. A book that I love says, without a vision, the people perish. So you want to kind of get a vision, and this will help you do that. So thank you so much for making it to this point in the video. If you would like to learn more about what it is to be a case manager and what a case manager does, just click into this video right here, and it'll take you and show you everything that happens in the typical day of a case manager. So like, subscribe, and thank you for making it to the end of this video. Until next time, thanks.